everywhere. It's certainly not a safe place to travel.
The Republican Congressman Clay Higgins. Well, let's get some reaction from around the world to these measures. First on Myanmar's inclusion. Here's our Southeast Asia correspondent, Jonathan Head.
Well, the inclusion of Myanmar on this list of countries whose nationals are now banned from going to the United States completely has come as a real shock. Remember that the generals who led the coup in Myanmar and set off this catastrophic civil war are already banned from traveling to the United States. It doesn't affect the people who are most culpable. It now affects anybody else who might want to get to the United States. Now, because of that disastrous coup and because of the civil war, there are tens of thousands of Burmese living outside the country who fled since the coup. Many of them, particularly intellectuals, are hoping at some point to get the chance to go to the United States. There are many others who are applying for refugee status, who live very precarious lives here in Southeast Asia and neighbouring countries where they have no safe status at all. And there are even questions over the thousands of Burmese who've been settled in the United States because they've now been targeted as a nationality. The reason given by the Trump administration was that they rank quite high as a proportion of those who overstay their visas. And Myanmar is also viewed as a country which cannot adequately vet its own citizens. That's the reason the Trump administration has designated them a threat to national security. But that means those thousands without permanent status in the US must now live in real fear of deportation.
Our Southeast Asia correspondent, Jonathan Head. There are several African countries on the list: Chad, Congo-Brazzaville, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Libya, Somalia and Sudan. It's the BBC's Paul Njiu.
President Trump's travel restrictions on several African countries have been received with mixed feelings. Some say it could even strain the relations between the US and Africa, two partners that have historically collaborated on multiple fronts. In a statement, the African Union recognized America's sovereign right to protect its borders and guarantee its citizens' security, but urged the country to act in a balanced and evidence-based manner. Each year, thousands of Africans travel to the US for economic opportunities, education, diplomatic engagements, and protection from perceived threats back home.